Hey there. Today I'm going to go over these two devices, the Garmin inReach Mini and the Zoleo. I know there's a lot of videos out there that go over the specs and the details and the pricing plans comparison. This is not going to be that video. This is going to be an honest video on my experience on these two devices, and it's going to be more of a review versus a breakdown. Experience with these. I've used these for this one for 3 years, this one for 2 years. Used them all over the place. Colorado, Wyoming, Arizona, Nevada. Used them quite a bit. They're both very reliable, durable. They've been dropped. They've been in freezing temperatures, a little bit of moisture, nothing crazy, and they've been solid. This one's going to be smaller, a little bit lighter weight. This one's going to be a little bit more bulkier and a little bit heavier, but not much. They both have a good mobile app where you can get in there in Bluetooth and message back and forth to another device or someone back home from a mobile phone. So here's where I think I lean towards this. The speed of which my messages go out and come back. I'm able to message fast and get a response if the person on the other side is messaging me back fast from a mobile phone. I haven't had like really quick responses from another satellite communicator. I've never messaged another Zoleo. I've only messaged Garmin, which I'm going to get into that here in a little bit. The Garmin, it seems to be a little bit slower. They both use the same satellite system, the Iridium satellite, but I've had experiences where it just takes a while before someone gets the message on the other side. I might be in radio range and message and ask, hey, did you get my message? No, not yet. It's traditionally and historically for me taken longer to get my messages to that other person. And it's probably the same going back. There's been a couple times where it's just I'm texting back and forth with my wife back home, and I'm in the backcountry with no service, and it's a conversation like she's sitting right next to me, which is fantastic. In multiple situations like that. I'm giving her a quick update. There was one time where I was driving out into the mountains, no service, and she messages me, call me. And it was like something like, the cops are in the house, yada, yada, yada. And it was like, oh my gosh. I was able to message her right away, figure out what was going on. A neighbor had an attempted break-in, and police officers had to get in to get access to see into the backyard or something. But anyways, like, it was quick. Back and forth, boom, 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 just like so many messages while I'm driving, not on a paved road, in the dirt road, nice and slow, and it was great. The one time where this Garmin failed on me getting a message out was when we broke down in Arizona. I had messaged my wife and said, hey, can you start looking for tow trucks in this area? No response. She never got it. Luckily, I hiked to the top of the mountain, got a hold of somebody, and we were able to figure out pricing, and then we ended up just getting help getting help from some guys who were passing through. But she never ever got that message, and I could have messaged multiple times and tried that. It was kind of a fluke, a one-off. Every other time all my messages have gone through. It was just that one time that it didn't. Both mobile apps are really good. I do feel I like the weather arrangement set up on the Zoleo more just on the mobile app. I like how it looks, and it seems to update faster. It's kind of my take is for speed, reliability. This is my number one. This one's still going to be reliable. I had that one-off situation. If I do want mapping features on this, I'm going to have this where I don't have any mapping on this. And then the other thing to take into account is talking back and forth. So if you have someone who has Garmin and someone with a Zoleo, you have to get set up before you lose service and start communicating before you go out. It's kind of a weird situation where I don't know if the Garmin number changes or if it's the Zoleo that changes, but you have to communicate to each other and get that thing going beforehand. When I went to Wyoming, I had this, and another hunter with us had this, and we tried to talk, nothing. It just never worked because we didn't have it set up ahead of time. So that's one of the downsides to the Zoleo. If all your friends have Garmin and you really just want ease of use, probably go with Garmin. But at the same time, my brother and my dad have Garmin Explorer Pluses, and I'm able to talk to them as long as I set up ahead of time and have their contact dialed, and I'm communicating before we leave and have no service. So I think that covers the basis. Again, both great options. I'm not trying to knock this because I had one bad situation. They're both great. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer, which one you've had experience with, and what you'd recommend for someone else. So I want to just keep these reviews honest and just based on my experience. and share some feedback. And maybe my opinion will change down the road if I get a bad experience with this, and I'll update the channel. But it's been solid. I still have this as a backup. I can turn this on if I ever need it, but this is my primary. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.